What's going on, Nesty Besties? Happy Tuesday. Is it Taco Tuesday? Is it Hubcap Rice Tuesday? What kind of Tuesday are we looking at today? Who knows? Who knows? I guess we'll find out. Remains to be seen. How's everybody doing today? I'm thrilled to see all of you in the nest. Yeah. So it seems like a lot of people really don't like all the hellos. So I'm curious how long it would take me to say hello to everyone who's currently here. So the time I have right now is 11:19 a.m. Eastern time. Because some people say it takes like an hour. I mean, you know, I understand the exaggeration, but is that really... It's kind of excessive, don't you think? All right, let me wait till it turns over to 11:20, and then I'm going to say hello to the people who are here. And if that bothers you so much that you're clicking off, hey, you know, see you when we see you, I guess. All right, because I love my nest, and I like to say hi to everybody. We will probably every other time, you know. All right, 11:20, here we go. We got Tally U, Intensive Purpose, Kelly Cat, Urschneffer, Crystal Voss. We've got Anna Gags, BB Trues in the Nest, Creepy's Adventures, Leonie Mac, Alexis. We've got Mrs. Chester, Ramble On, Cat C. Yeah, Little Sevens here. Shayna's in the nest. Scooch over. I'm here on time for once. Awesome. Awesome. We love that. And who else? We got Sir Austin in the nest. Miranda Snyder's here. Lauren 525. She says, Nest Gang. What? Yeah. We're doing it up in here. Candy K. Soft Kitty. We got Ren. Yes. All right. We got Ruby Para Jules. Tony D's in the nest. Hello, Tony D. We got Angel of Glass. Heather X just became an owlet. Welcome, Heather X. Pam McLaughlin's here. Waldo's World is in the nest. Wrong tab. KMB Stitches. BB. Sin and Sass. Is that the real Sin and Sass? I'm gonna go look. Let me just make sure. I can't even do it from when I'm signed in as myself. All right, we'll check. Oh, I better stop the timer. Let's see. It is! Woohoo! Okay, everybody, if you haven't checked out Sin and Sass yet, I strongly recommend this channel, okay? It's one of those channels that, like, a lot of people know about, a lot of people watch, but sometimes it doesn't come up in your recommended. And you won't regret watching it, okay? I'll just say it. It's that plain, honestly. You won't regret it. You'll be like, oh, where's this channel been my whole life? So please check them out, and welcome, Sin and Sass. It's awesome to have you in the nest today. And I am going to welcome the new members and congratulate the new members for receiving gifted memberships and to thank the gifters. So we'll stop it there at 11:22. I got a lot of people in the chat. That was 2 minutes of shout outs. Just saying so. All right. We have, let's see. Okay. First up, we had Heather X became an owlet. Yes. Welcome, Heather X, to the nest. Welcome, Heather X. Welcome to Owlet, and Urschneffer just gifted 5 Are You Serious memberships. Thank you, Urschneffer, so much. That's so kind. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much, Urschneffer. And that makes Leonie Mac a member. Angel of Glass, Soft Kitty, Ruby Para Jules, and Ramble On received gifted memberships. Congratulations and welcome. Be sure to check out your member emojis if you're a new member. I think you'll love them. Peter Princess is here. Yeah. Creepy's Adventures just gifted an Are You Serious membership, and Tiny Walnut received it. I know Tiny Walnut is a viewer. Thank you for your comment, Tiny Walnut, the other day. I've been meaning to go back to respond to it because I didn't want to just heart it and leave it. I appreciate your comment very much, very much. It was very balanced and fair, and I appreciate that. So welcome, Tiny Walnut. If you weren't a member before, I don't really keep track of that kind of stuff, but welcome. All right. And BB True just gifted a membership, and that went to Waldo's World. Welcome, Waldo's World. And thank you so much, BB True. Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, Just Jenny. Big Turks and Quick Twerks just gifted a membership, and Just Jenny received it. Just Jenny, welcome, and thank you so much, Big Turks and Quick Twerks. I caught myself. I hope it wasn't too... should I give myself a -2 days without a muting incident? It was only a few seconds, right? Oh, can I have a grace period, please? I'm so sorry. I just want to thank everybody for being so generous and for helping the nest to grow. I'm flattered and honored, really, truly. I'm so glad you guys enjoy being here. That is exactly what I wanted for this channel. Yeah, Creepy's Adventure says this nest is an amazing place. Chantal or no Chantal, Mama Owl knows how to make this a fun place to gather. Well, thank you, Creepy's Adventures. Thank you so much, and I'm glad you're here. We got thunder, rain, yeah. 3-second rule, then 5-second rule. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Oh my God. I mean, I'm already in deficit. No, actually, we can go back to 0, I think, because, wait, I didn't stream yesterday. Do I still earn it? Probably not. I don't know. We gotta figure out some rules for that. We gotta figure out the rules. You're glad I'm live this morning, Alexis? I'm glad you're here, Alexis. I'm very glad you're here. Oh, good. Okay. I was just editing her depressing video. One of them. Because there's so many. And I was removing all the eating sounds. And I was working on it right up until, past 11:15 a.m. Eastern, and it just finished rendering, so perfect timing. I'll get that over to my laptop so we don't have to hear all the smacking and chewing and jaw popping. It's really disturbing. I mean, it's bad. This one is bad. It's like she just doesn't care. It's all coming out. It's gross, really gross. So I don't know if you guys even want to watch that airport story. It is so... We've already heard the whole story already. God bless you. We've heard the entire story in segments over different videos. I mean, we'd have to watch it on double speed if you guys do want to watch it. And that would be fine if you do. We could do that. We could. So... I know, right, BB True? It was awful to listen to. But what is important, though, is you can hear Salah in the background. He is there. He is there in the other room. You can hear him. But if you mute all of the chewing sounds, you can't hear him. So I just did enough to point out you can hear him right here. And that's it. So we know that he's there. Hey, Nisi. No airplane. Okay. All right. Okay. Good. Thank God. Ugh. It was so bad. J3030, the great muting incident of 2024. There have been several, sadly. Several. Okay, the video is transferring to my laptop as we speak. For some reason, very slowly. I don't know. Hey, unhinged lady. Assalamu alaikum. Even if he wasn't there, how can she say she's eating behind his back when he watches her videos? Maybe he doesn't watch. I mean, I don't know. My family doesn't watch my videos. And most of my friends don't even know I have this channel. So it's kind of embarrassing to explain. I have had people ask me. I'm like, well, I do have a YouTube channel. Oh, what's it about? Well, you wouldn't understand. I'm not saying it's just, it's very niche. It is a dirty little secret. It really is. Oh my God. So it can be very embarrassing. It's like, well, it's a long story too. This morbidly obese woman was a train wreck, okay? And then she went on an international Tinder and met this dude in the Middle East. And she has a thing for Arab men anyway, so it kind of worked out. And after a couple of days, she flew there to live there with him. And then she reverted to Islam. And so that's when I came in. That's when I came in on the scene because she was spouting a bunch of nonsense. Yeah, that's hard to explain. It is. What do you think of my airport owls? Pretty cute, huh? If you know, you know. That's right. You've been in Girl World for over 5 years. Just Jamie, your husband still doesn't get it. I believe that. Yeah. I believe that. Hey, Cypher. A channel about stuff. Yep. Stuff and more stuff. Yes, indeed. You watch stuff at work, Just Jenny? When people ask about it, they look at me like I'm a crazy person because I just can't explain. Yeah. I'm listening to a podcast. That's all. That's usually what I say. Oh, and people don't even care what it's about. Oh, okay. Cool. Because I can't have, I can't watch it, but I can listen to it. Sin and Sass says, Chantal requires so much context. I just tell people I do narrations, which technically is true. That's true. Narrations, a little bit of commentary. Yes. That's good. It does require a lot of context. And by the time you're halfway finished explaining who she is, that's when you start to get the crazy eyes. Like, oh, that's interesting. Why is an owl taking a commercial flight, Aldwich? Well, falcons fly commercial. They, reserve whole planes for them, even, Megan ain't. My family knows about my Amber watching. I don't think they know about Chantal yet. Well, then, yeah, the judgment will then begin. If they're giving you a pass on Amber, they're not going to give you one on Chantal. I'm guessing. Yeah. Hey, Zero the Hero. How's it going? Nisi says, PSA for Salah and Chantal, get the cat vetted and fixed. We all hear her going into heat again. This abuse/neglect will not be tolerated again. Did you hear that? Salah and Miriam/Chantal/Foodie Beauty/ whoever the hell you are this week. Did you hear that? No animal mistreatment is allowed. Period. We will find someone in Kuwait to come and rescue Julia. Okay? You think it can't happen again, Chantal? It can happen again. It just won't be someone that you know. It'll probably be a viewer who you wouldn't even think of. We'll find someone at your grooming place or at your vet. And when you bring Julia there, they'll just confiscate the cat. And that'll be the end of it. That'll be the end of it. So, just saying. Unless you're there to bring her for spaying, then, we'll give you a little bit of a pass. Spaying and vaccinations. Yeah. Are we still transferring? We are. Okay, no problem. No problem at all. So, shall we? Let's go into the desert. Here we are. We're in the hot Kuwaiti desert. Hamster Team 6 will perform the extraction of Julia. That would be great, wouldn't it? People understand that when I say a reality TV show type, oh, that's good, because then they're kind of already expecting trash. So, oh, one of those? Yeah, for real, one of those. You betcha. Absolutely no 12 U.S. Marine Station, 29 miles from the condo. Perfect. You hear that, Chantal? You got a lot more to be worried about than your Indomie noodles, which are slowly killing you, but you're doing things to speed that up anyway. Oh, goodness. Goodness. Got a couple more minutes. And this is the most reality show thing they could imagine, just without the voting off. She should be voted off. Oh yeah, everybody, whether you're a member or not, you can absolutely utilize the Nightbot commands, !commands, COMMANDS, and you will get a list of commands that are available to you. Whether certain, oh no. I don't know if I'm still here with you or not. My OBS is disconnecting. Okay, that's nice. That's always helpful. Okay, I think I'm back. That's just great. Oh my. All right. I did notice that she was eating with a spoon, which is good for her sake. There we are. It's good for her sake because she's back in Kuwait now and she really needs to be vigilant about her fork usage. It's a problem. She really needs to be careful, and she probably doesn't even care about it, you know? Yeah. There are no forks allowed. There are no forks allowed. All right. We have seconds to go, and we will be starting up. I did add a little bit to the video. If I had more time, I would have added a lot more, but it is what it is, you know? Yeah, if Julia's in heat, I really don't want to watch Pooh Boy rubbing her backside incessantly in that really creepy way he did last time. It was borderline evil and disgusting, says Ozgirl PJB. I almost said PBJ. They're just a very twisted couple. They're twisted. I mean, there's, you know, that's really all I can say. They're twisted. They have issues, both of them. Fibonacci fan 0 views says about Julia, it seems Foodie is howling in pain with celibacy. With celibacy, just like poor Julia is. Thanks, Karma. You mean even with her Pennington's lingerie and brand new clean panties? Cheekies? God. You mean it's not enough? You mean it's not enough? Oh, God. Involuntarily celibate. Chantal. I'm with it. I'm with it. I agree. All right. Let's do this. Let's get it started. There we go. Found it. Okay. And I'll just say you're welcome in advance for muting her nonsense because it's real bad. It's real bad. She just does not, she cares. She gives no cares. No F's whatsoever. None. 0. It's gross. There's a lot of smacking. It's just gross. Okay. You move. Well, I'll put you over to the right because there is a surprise midway through of some extra food. If you can imagine that. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do it. Let me know if volumes are okay and everything once we get going. All right. No problem to change things.
You? Well, I'd say I'm okay, but I've been better. I'm gonna have some orange juice. As you can see, I'm not having something too healthy. And this is a messing up kind of meal. I'm just gonna be honest, that's what it is. You know, Bismillah.
Now, I zoomed in on this because I need you to take note of it, okay? There's always a reason for things around here, okay? We don't really do things too haphazardly. So, take note of this. okay? She stares at us when she's sipping her juice. This is the first sip. This is the first taste of the meal. This, okay? Just take note of that.
Even though I feel guilty saying that when I'm indulging. Pickles, ramen, homemade pita pizzas.
And I've also double timed it.
So this is, I wouldn't consider this a binge, but it's an extra meal that's not healthy.
Indeed it is. An extra meal.
Although today all I had was chicken and rice and a croissant.
A croissant. Now, what I would like to do also is to go back into my edited video and take out all of these sections that I muted and are sped up to see how much talking there actually is out of the entire video. I'm guessing it's not a lot. Like this is a, what is it, a 12-minute-ish, something like that? I mean, it's probably 4 minutes of actual content, you know?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, and a whole bunch of sunflower seeds.
Shifty
You want
eyes.
to know what my brain tells me before eating something like this? It just kind of, the urge to eat stuff like this overpowers any, I swear, any survival instinct, anything like that.
Survival instinct. Now, Chantal, my pause game is usually on point. I think it is today as well. Hey, John Galt. Hey, Becca. So, survival instinct. Chantal, I don't know if you've been watching any Mount Everest videos, those climbing videos. When she first mentioned it, hey, Mons. When she first mentioned that many months ago, I was like, I didn't even know what Everest Base Camp was. Well, I looked into it, and ever since, I mean, I think I've watched every Mount Everest video that exists on YouTube, okay? I went in. It's so interesting. Well, people do need a survival instinct if you're going to climb Mount Everest, even just to base camp. And if you need to stop midway and let the yak go ahead of you and the Sherpa go ahead of you and your whole group go ahead of you so you can sit down and have a snack, that will be detrimental to your survival, even just for base camp, Chantal. Because let's face it, you probably don't have the best circulation right now. It's going to be cold. You probably will take off your coat. And you'll be hypothermic without even realizing it. Mm-hmm. Munch, munch, munch. Munch, munch.
Oh, bitter. Bitter pepper.
Oh, the juice. Oh my God. You probably will watch this video again if you make your rounds, you know, to other channels, of course. Pay attention to this sucking of juice sound. I took it out. It's disturbing because it's not only gulp, 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 glug, 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 glug. It's like her lips squeeze against the glass and make like a squeaking sound. It's disturbing. Like, you know, it's not just pouring liquid into her mouth via a glass. She's sucking it in also.
But I'm going to say it like I always do with the intention to make that the case. This is a last hurrah.
The last hurrah. Now, what exactly does that mean? Does that mean that we have, you know, that this is like, okay, this is your pizza Indomie funeral like you have for your cheese and for your fast food? Is that what she means by this? Or does she really mean last hurrah? Because when I saw her state of mind watching this and the food, okay, this is like a regular size mukbang. It's a little excessive, okay, but this isn't all there is. I said, oh, maybe she really means it. Like, this is the last hurrah. And if you've seen the movie Leaving Las Vegas, Nick Nolte goes to Las Vegas. He's an active alcoholic. He goes there to drink himself to death. And that's what I think of when I watch Chantal eating in Kuwait.
So I don't think I should buy these anymore. Who am I kidding? I feel trapped because I feel like on one hand, if I deprive myself fully, I tend to overeat or binge on junk food and on the things that I deprive myself. But then to fully, as a food addict, that's as a binge eater, as a food addict, to get rid of the cravings and that, I have to reset my system, which means eating clean.
Well, listen. Did you hear him? Did you hear him just then? That's when you could hear him. Because people were saying he's not there, but he is there at this moment. I'm not saying he lives there, but he is there. And she says at the end of the video that he's taking a call in the other room, a business call. And she also says it's like 1:30 in the morning. So, yeah, I'll play it again.
I tend to overeat or binge on junk food and on the things that I deprive myself. But then to fully, as a food addict, that's as a binge eater, as a food addict, to get rid of the cravings and that, I have to reset my system, which means eating clean. Well,
Did you hear it? Did you hear him?
any of you want to let me know how you got control of yourself?
So she's asking for viewer input when she should be asking a psychiatrist. You know, she really does need medical intervention at this point. And just getting random diet tips from the Beezers is not going to help her. It doesn't help. And it never has. And even if someone did give helpful advice, she wouldn't follow it. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. You want me to play it once more? Did you guys hear it? Let me just back it up to when I put that on the screen. That's why I put it there, so I can find it easily. So we don't have to listen to her video 20 times. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me mute myself first.
Well,
Did you hear? Again?
any of you
We'll do it one more time, and then you'll have to rewind on your own because we need to move forward. Where is it? There we go. And it is throughout the video also. So if you listen to another version where the chewing sounds are not muted, you will hear it in the background. But you got to listen through all the slopping. So, you know.
Well, if any of you want to let me know.
It is throughout the entire video. I just took out that snippet to show, but if you listen to it elsewhere, you'll hear it throughout the whole video.
How you got control of yourself?
He's probably speaking.
I'd be willing to hear in the comments.
And he's probably speaking Arabic, so.
Like, I ate healthy, and then at night, when I eat healthy all day, I feel starving, like I didn't eat.
Mm-hmm.
Bitter pepper.
Maybe that's because your body's actually utilizing the food that you're eating. If it's like somewhat healthy, you know, you're getting like a balanced diet, vegetables, protein, a little bit of carbohydrate, not the platefuls of noodles and rice, then your body is probably using it for energy, which is what it should be doing. And if you don't feel full still by the end of if you do feel full still by the end of the evening, it probably means that all those extra carbs are busily being stored by your body. Okay? And that's how we got to the point where we are now, Chantal. You're going to have to get used to feeling not necessarily hungry, but with an empty stomach. an empty stomach. You shouldn't be full all the time. That should be a rare occasion.
So weird.
Glug, glug, glug. Yeah, this is 1:30 in the morning, she says at the end. Yeah.
I love this stuff. You know how I make it? I boil the noodles in a little bit of water just to make them not hard. And then, come here, I add the seasoning packet. The seasoning packets, some tomato paste, some cream, and I let that all mix. That's so good. What are you doing? These homemade pizzas are bussin' too.
Okay, Chantal. You know, really. The light is from the, there's a light in the back right corner of the room. It's on the floor. It's a lamp. So we can't actually see any light coming through the window.
Hi!
Even just watching her on mute is like,
I know.
it's really something. Like sped up. It's like, wow, that is just pure consumption. Just shoveling.
And I'm not going to say to myself this time, it's just a bad moment. Don't be so hard on yourself. No, because if I'm not hard on myself, it's going to be bad for me.
You're never hard on yourself, Chantal. When was the last time you were hard on yourself about anything? The slightest inconvenience or feeling uncomfortable is a huge issue to you, and you will do anything to avoid feeling uncomfortable in any way. So please, please, you're hard on yourself? Okay. I mean, if this is hard on yourself, whoa, yeah. Keep being hard on yourself.
So yeah, I'm going to be hard on myself. And hopefully tomorrow.
Hopefully, someday.
Will be the day I get a grip.
Now, if I had time to edit this, I was going to get an image of Polygrip, the stuff for dentures, and I was going to slap that on the screen. Get a grip, Polygrip. Because eventually she's going to need dentures. It's just a matter of time. She probably has like 5 or 6 teeth left in total. Oh, that's what happens when you don't brush your teeth for years and years and years because you're defying your parents at 40 years old, still refusing to brush your teeth, you know? So, yeah, Polygrip, it's coming. Dentures are on the way. Unless she goes to Turkey for those implants or veneers or whatever. She might, but I don't think she has enough left in her mouth to even do that. Ugh.
There's 2 packs of noodles here.
2. Okay. I guess. Whatever.
Who eats 1 pack?
Who eats 1 pack? Who eats 1 pack of noodles? I would say just about everybody, Chantal. Just about everybody.
This is made with the mimolette cheese.
We do have a backup pizza, folks. There is a backup pizza. Hey, Doohickey, it's 2 a.m., so I've got you on the TV. Apparently, I need to cook all my groceries and gorge at this time. It's time. Yeah, it's time. What are you doing with yourself? You should be up cooking, Doohickey. That's right. Indomie packs are not that big. Sansa says probably closer to 3 packs on Hinge Lady. Thank you. Okay. Another pizza. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. Backup pizza. With like Indomie, like not Indomie, that cheese she got in the grocery haul the other day. She said it's like a strong cheese. I think it's just having a lack of mozzarella. I think that's the only reason. It's just to get more food into her stomach, you know? Slurp, 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 slurp.
I was gonna order and I'm like, no, I'm not ordering. But it doesn't matter because I, bought junk from the groceries and I shouldn't have.
Not only did you buy junk, but you showed it off to us like it was some kind of accomplishment. Brandon, the Trash King, has been an outlet for 4 months. Thank you, Brandon. Pizza backup has arrived on scene. It is. It is now in the shot. Yes. Yeah, and we know there's got to be something underneath that tray too, right? And are there more noodles underneath the tray, Chantal? Are there more noodles behind one of those pillows? Like, what's coming out next? Hey, oh hell no. What's next? Hey, Dirt Merchant. Looks like craft singles. Yeah.
Smelly cheese.
Smelly cheese. Hey, Elise D. How's it going? Nice to see you this fine Tuesday morning. Yeah. Now, I don't know if the nest remembers, just the other day we were talking about how, my ex really cooked more than I did. I just made more like, I don't cook huge meals. It's just not, I don't know, maybe it's a Middle Eastern thing. Chantal, you'll have to tell me more about that because you clearly know more than I do. But all the plates on the table and everything, it's a thing. So I could take like an hour minimum to put a lunch together. And so one day I took some pita bread. I showed that they said, oh, let's order out for pizza. And I said, we could make pizza right here. We have everything we need. And I grabbed like one of the 27 loaves of pita bread. And I'm like, here, you each get one. Here's some sauce. Here's some cheese. And do what you want to do. And they were so like, like, oh my gosh, our own pizzas, right? And then today she's making pita bread pizzas. Now, I don't like to be one of those channels that's like, Chantal watches me. But there are signs. I've never seen her make this before. And she does have pizza in the freezer. This is pita bread, and this is made with pita bread. Did she cook the pizza in the air fryer? Dirt Merchant, I don't know if it would fit, actually. But yeah, I guess I gave her an idea too. There you go, Chantal. You're welcome. I saved you some money. You didn't have to order out.
What's spicy? Maybe there's chili flakes in these.
Boston accent. Whatever.
These are the fried noodles in Domi.
Oh, that's why it's misshapen, Cali Cat. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Yeah, it did get shoved in there. If she cooked it in the oven, it would just still be flat.
Usually I watch videos when I eat. Either if I'm not filming. Usually like breakfast if we have it together. Talk about our day, our plans. Or we'll watch something together. Or we just watch whatever we want. Like I watch I started watching somebody who does like true crime stuff called his name is Dr. Todd Grande, I think.
The sociopathic stare is sometimes observed with psychopathy and sociopathy.
He has like a background of cactuses and says like very calmly, matter-of-factly how he talks. He has like no ever any inflection, like just, hello, this is Dr. Todd Grande. I'm not here to offer an analysis. I don't know what he says, like, I'm not here to diagnose anyone, just to give my opinion on what might have happened in the situation.
So I actually have a problem with Dr. Grande. Number one, he's not a doctor. Exactly right, be true. We've had this discussion before, but if you're fairly new, hi, welcome. I don't like Dr. Grande, and there's a reason why. Okay, of course. I don't have irrational feelings. Okay, number one, he's not a doctor, and he's calling himself a doctor. That is a problem right then and there. Okay, because people are going to assign more credibility to him, thinking that he's a doctor. Hey, juror number 6. The other thing is that, he just gives his generic viewpoint on different things and people like him, whatever, right? He gave an analysis. Let me think. I got to remember her name this time. She was an advisor. I said this person's name the last time I talked about this, and there were comments bitching about politics. For real, okay? It is a person who was president, okay? A controversial person. I'm not even going to say his name for that reason. People like, just listen to what I'm saying. I'm not even talking about him. So this was an advisor. Yes, Kellyanne Conway. Yes, Sir Austin. That's right. That blonde lady, right? Well, she had... Willie Keenan, is your keyboard broken? Do you only have those 3 letters? Just curious. Kellyanne Conway had a daughter who was like, kind of wilding out. She was a teenager, right? Underage, okay, a minor. She had some problems with her daughter. She found some photos on her daughter's phone, okay? Something to the effect where the daughter was topless, I guess, in a photo. Her mother, Kellyanne Conway, shared the photo out, okay? This is basically, in a court of law in most states, considered revenge porn. She's a minor on top of it, so she's distributing child porn. Dr. Grande sided with the mother. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. I was so shocked. I played it over. I left a very long comment. And then I'm like, is it me? Am I crazy? Because, I could be. That's always a possibility. Don't assume that you're 100% sane all the time. And I checked. There were other comments saying, I can't believe that you're siding with her. Like, what is your... What? I'm unsubscribing, blah, blah, blah. But that happened. And right then and there... I mean, I used to just have him on sometimes and just watch, like, oh, okay. Because he does very topical things, like things that are current in the news. But I'm like, wow, dude, really? Really? So, no respect for so-called, quote-unquote, Dr. Grande whatsoever. None. You're going to side with distributing child porn of your own child. And that is illegal in all states. That's when you unsub too, BB. Yep. Yep. Dr. Grande acts like he doesn't have an opinion, but he's very judgmental. He has a PhD. I don't know if he does, Aldwich. The last I looked, he got his doctorate in debaggery. Unhinged Lady, I'll have to go take a look. Because that was like a couple years ago, and I never watched him again. So I'll take a look. But I don't think he's a psychologist, because then if a PhD, he could be doctor. But he does have a PhD, Milka Bunny? All right, or Mika Bunny, sorry. PhD in education, not psychology. Okay. Hey, you watch him if you like him.
He's very relaxing to listen to, which I imagine is his delivery is probably a big part of what makes him famous,
Mika Bunny, what is your take on the Kellyanne Conway situation that he condoned? I'd like to know your opinion on that. Just curious.
Anyway, I can't give up on myself. I saw a really good comment that was like, listen, I completely had written off Tammy Slayton, and she completely changed her life. See, but most of the people who've changed have surgery. Do you know anyone on YouTube or somewhere that did it a different way?
That's sped up ×2. Imagine.
I recently went back and checked on Fat Girl Fed Up on Instagram.
There's a napkin.
She was doing good, but at some point she lost so much weight naturally and was amazing, on top of her game, doing amazing. And then she caught some kind of like immuno disease.
Caught it, huh?
And she was very ill.
Yeah.
She had a regain at some point too. Not the whole thing, but a little bit. But now she's back to losing.
Oh.
It's a life
Sorry, I missed a whole portion there of chewing sounds, apparently, in my rush.
Long struggle. A lot of people will lose weight, but the keeping it off long term is what people have hard success. What's hard seems to be the hard part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, PhD is you can.
No, I know.
All right.
People laugh at me.
So his description does say, whatever, Chantal, we're putting you on hold for a minute. Dr. Grande's YouTube channel covers topics related to counselor education and supervision. No, it doesn't. It doesn't cover topics of the. No, it doesn't. It doesn't cover those topics. Including but not limited to mental health, human behavior, relationship dynamics, psychopathology, personality theory, true crime, pop culture, research, statistics, SPSS. I don't know what that is. Excel? It's like EXCEL. I've never seen an Excel spreadsheet on your channel, Dr. Grande. I have had them on mine. Appraisal and group counseling. Dr. Grande has a PhD in counselor education and supervision. He's a licensed professional counselor of mental health. So I'm trying to think of what that would be in my state. So, like, this is LPCMH, he wrote it as, but this would be LMHC. Licensed mental health counselor. Yeah, LMHC. Which is, by the way, because there is hierarchy in for therapy. LMHC is basically they get paid the least. It's the least amount of education and it's the least amount of expertise. It is still a counselor. Like a school guidance counselor? Yeah, probably. I think even school counselors have to be a little bit higher up than that. But it's different than like a licensed independent social worker, licensed independent clinical social worker. And LMHC is, they can't perform an intake and they can't perform an intake. If you're a brand new patient, they can just give you general counseling. Licensed Chemical Dependency Professional, LCDP. Okay. I don't know what that is. Depends on the state, too. Okay. All right. So he's got a PhD. Yes, anyone with a PhD you do refer to as doctor. I think in his case, he's misusing that to come off as either a psychologist. Psychologists have PhDs. Or a psychiatrist, which is worse, because that's a medical doctor who specializes in psychiatry. So, Dr. Grande, okay, you concur, Aldrich? I mean, are we covering Grande or fat Canadians? Well, she brought it up, John. So, and I have him later on in this video as well. So, just a snippet. Dr. Grande's LinkedIn says he has a bachelor's in psychology. Okay. Good to know.
About my 6-pack dream. But, because, people like to rub it in. I'm going to have a lot of loose skin. But you can get that removed. And then under that will be the 6-pack. Anyway, we'll see.
Oh, sorry, guys.
I mean, it's not illegal to dream, right? Do I have ketchup mouth? I can't see.
You know what is illegal, Chantal? You know what is illegal? I do see a fork on that plate. And I gotta say, I'm slightly disappointed in the nest for not noticing that. And if I missed you saying it, I apologize. And thanks for being on the lookout if you did already point it out. But this is a problem, Chantal. And I think that you are just becoming very loosey-goosey when it comes to everything in your life, your diet, your health, and now fork usage. And aside from your health issues, okay, the fork usage is probably going to get you in the most trouble. And we've warned you many times. There's nothing we can do to save you. Nothing. So, good luck, Chantal. Good luck. We tried to warn you many times. Many times.
Well,
how many warnings can we give? You did, Worschneffer? I'm sure you did. Thank you.
I would rather be honest about my weak times than feel like I'm hiding and lying about it, you know?
Right. She doesn't like to lie. Yeah.
I don't like that feeling.
You're right. Deception is not her
Well, here
thing.
I am. Instead of Dr. Todd Grande, I'm talking to you guys.
Robert Hare, who created the psychopathic checklist, which is a fairly popular instrument for assessing psychopathy, indicated that he would observe a fixated stare, a prelude to self-gratification or an exercise of power in individuals that he was assessing who had psychopathy. He also indicated that it was not a stare of interest or of empathy. Now, we've heard the stare referred to by a lot of descriptors. For example, cold, detached, emotionless, lifeless, dead, blank, empty, icy, intense, piercing, and penetrating.
Sound familiar?
No sugar added.
Oh no, Kelly Cat. We didn't make that joke in Gore World. We made that joke in The Nest. The rest of the Gore World community may be using it, but it originated in The Nest. It is from here. You missed the fork explanation? Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Well, let me tell you. And if another channel's trying to claim that as their own, have them explain to you why it's illegal. They won't be able to, okay? It is illegal. Because Chantal, I know I'm a little much today, huh? I'll tone it down a little bit. Chantal, okay, with her vast knowledge of Islam, was putting out all kinds of absolute nonsense. And me, myself, being a Muslim revert, people would come to my channel just to get a quick yes or no, is this haram? And really, that's not why I'm here. I am here to correct the misinformation, the miseducation that she puts out, and frankly, makes Muslims look bad in general. And I got really tired of it. Is this haram? Can she do this? Can she do that? And not everything in my religion is halal or haram. A lot of that, that doesn't even apply to most things. And the only reason people wanted to know, it's not because they're interested in Islam. It's not because they have a genuine interest of whether this is okay to do or not. They just want to go back and put it in Chantal's face that she's not following her chosen religion. And I'm not here for that either. My religion is not a joke, and it's certainly not just going to be weaponized to use against this awful person on the screen. So, when people came in and asked, why is she always using a spoon? She's always using a big spoon. Why? And I just said, it's because forks are illegal in Kuwait. That's why. Would you use a fork if you were going to be hauled off to jail? And she's very reckless because she's even using it on the internet on camera where we can all see it. And then, we have, there are specific penalties for using a fork in Kuwait. And we've talked about the spork. The spork, you're going to want to have an attorney come to represent you in the Kuwaiti court of law if you're using a spork, and if, God forbid, if you smuggled it into the country, because it's plastic. And I think it was BB True that was saying it's even worse that this fork on the plate is metal, because this can't just be snapped in half and thrown away. This is not easily destructible, so it's an extra offense. But if you do happen to have a spork, get an attorney, but don't bring in a foreign attorney. You're going to want to have a Kuwaiti attorney that speaks English, okay? Because when they get up in a court of law and they're fighting for you, a foreign attorney would probably bring into court a regular fork and a spork and explain exactly what the differences are. The attorney is going to be put into jail. So don't hire a foreign attorney. They have to know what they're doing here, okay? It's better just to leave the sporks at home. You know, like, hey, don't even risk it. Anything with tines, it doesn't matter if there's 2, 3, or 4 tines. A fork is a fork in the Kuwaiti court of law, okay? Okay. This one has 4 on her plate, okay? And I was hoping that once I told these people who were only here to ask me if this was halal, if this was haram, I was hoping that they would go back to her channel and tell her that the fork usage was illegal so she could just get just as much BS as she sends my way. So that's the story behind it.
Taste manufactured though. Salah doesn't know I'm eating this yet. He's talking business with his friend in the other room. On the phone. I saw his phone ring, saw who it was.
No, not someone, Elise. Not someone. If another channel did create a fork image, I'd like to see it. But yeah, I have fork imagery that I created. Yeah. This is a nest thing. I try to put owls on everything because, you know, not everyone in the community plays by the same rules. But it should have an owl on it. And if it does, then it's probably mine.
And I was like, he's gonna be a while. I'm gonna go eat behind his back. I know it's bad. He's gonna find out. And no, he doesn't like when I eat like this because he feels helpless. He feels like he can't do anything to help me. Is what he's expressed. And he said if I didn't get, because I was like, we kind of, I don't think I stirred the chili flakes. Give me a minute. I kind of got defensive when he was like, you know, monitoring something I was eating, like how many sunflower seeds, for example. And he's like, babe, if I don't express myself and tell you these things, if I don't like give you crap about these things, I don't love you. I don't care about you then. Like, because I love you and care about your health, I don't want you to, you know, be sick. And it's true.
Yeah, I'm not muted. She is. And sped up ×2.
I agree. At this point, like,
fork jail.
I have to make this the last
fork jail
indulgence.
This is fork jail. All the forks, the poor forks, were confiscated. That's okay, Jamie. Confiscated. They're here, waiting to be rescued. They're waiting. Some of them you can see they're lying on the floor. They've had a tough time.
Well, that was good.
Fast food fork funeral.
Temporarily. Shame on you.
Oh, Chantal, whatever. Please. No one feels bad for you at all. Nobody feels bad for you.
Miriam.
Yeah. What is your name?
Foodie Beauty.
Exactly. What is your name? She doesn't know.
Anyway. It's like 1:30 in the morning right now.
There is a metal spork, yes. I have found one in my research, yes. 1:30 in the morning, and your husband's on a business call in the other room. And as Mo Translates pointed out on Twitter, anyone can be in your phone as anybody. You can put a name in. You can put in any name you want. It can say Muhammad, but it's really maybe it's a real Miriam, an actual Miriam. And she'll just look at the phone. It rings. Oh, it's Muhammad. Here you go. Here's your phone. Oh, I better go take this in the other room. It's 1:30 in the morning, and it must be important. And it's Arabic. So you don't even know if he's having phone sex in the other room, Chantal. Okay, hey, I am... Ramadan is over. Okay, I'm being, hey, it's me now. It's totally me now, all right? I know. Believe it or not a perfect Muslim. Don't even. I'll tell you before you can. He could be having phone sex in the other room. So.
In contrast, I think tomorrow...
You'll never know.
I'm going to do something good for me. I want to go for a nice walk or do something good for myself.
I mean, now you can hear him. You can hear him in the background. You got to listen carefully, though. I mean, when you're editing, you hear the same video like 40 times, so I've definitely heard it. One-Eyed Flo has been an owlet for 4 months, and she is enjoying the nest. Awesome, One-Eyed Flo. I'm glad you are, and we enjoy having you here. Thank you. So, I mean, yeah, exactly, Fibonacci. If she can cook a whole meal, or 4, Lord knows what he's doing in that other room. And just because he's not using a sultry voice, I mean, we've heard his, we've heard it, We have heard it. I can't even believe that I'm saying that, but we have heard it. Ugh. I mean, if that was in Arabic, you wouldn't know that it's like some sexual thing at all, would you? No. No, I would never think that. I mean, this is how he talks, And I mean, you might get an occasional...
Oh yeah, baby.
Perhaps, but... he's speaking Arabic. He could be saying, yes, I want you to twerk on my face quickly. Now. Do it now. If that's in another language, you're not going to know. You're not going to know. That's why you got to learn Arabic, Chantal. One reason.
In contrast, I think tomorrow I'm going to do something good for me. I want to go for a nice walk or do something good for myself. If I could go...
Did you hear him? Did you hear him talking in the background?
Whole week without any of this BS. That's a good start.
BB True. You and your emojis. Oh no, that's BB, not BB True. You're right under. I'm saying weird sex shit, which is just as funny. We got a dog face. We got a poop. We got some water droplets. We have boots and a blue sofa. Oh my God. I mean, boots. You need the boots, right? Because it's everywhere. It's everywhere. Oh, gross.
I'm 39. I'm f***ing diabetic, and I'm not into weird fetishes anymore.
Oh.
You have to be shitting me.
Well, yeah, that's what he wants, but okay.
Until then, I know this all just sounds like blah, 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 blah. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go to bed. Just go to bed before I eat something else. All right, guys. Like, how did that not even fully fill me up? Like, I don't know what's wrong with me.
Well, I mean, you could seek a medical opinion. My layperson thought is that your stomach is used to being stretched to max capacity, and it's not going to just snap back if you keep it filled at that level. So your stomach probably is like not even half full because you're used to eating larger volumes of food, and you're not going to feel full. You're just not. But you did eat plenty of food. You don't have to eat till you're full, Chantal. it's bad when you eat until you're full, you know? Big Turks and Quick Twerks just gifted another Are You Serious membership. Thank you so much, Big Turks and Quick Twerks. Thank you.
Bye. Thanks for listening to me. And again, if you want to leave a comment, if you've been through something similar, please feel free. And if you are struggling, I wish you all the best. See you later, guys.
Yeah, and if you're struggling, I recommend seeing a medical professional, because if you're eating like Chantal does and you're becoming sicker and sicker, you can seek help, and it doesn't have to be from people on a YouTube channel. You should get real help for sure. Hey, it was Mons that got the gifted membership. Thank you. Awesome. So guys, if you received a gifted membership today, you have to check out the members only live stream that we did a little while ago, Saturday. I think it was just a couple days ago. It doesn't seem like it, but it's Psychopathy in Goro World. We did a couple hours on that, and we had an open panel for a little bit. So if you are a new member, definitely go check it out. If you have been a member and you didn't see it, go check it out. It's available for you on the replay. Waldo's World, do you think he's talking to his next mark in the other room? Yeah, I would say so. You think he's singing the Ramadan song to another lady dirt merchant? How dare he? Do you think? I mean, what if we heard that from the other room?
رمضان يا شهر الإحسان شهر الغفران رمضان 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 رمضان.
Yeah, if you hear that from the other room, be concerned. Be very concerned indeed. Yes, Ramadan, Ramadan, Ramadan. Did she not said online therapy was in place? What happened to this, by the way, says Nee Manor? I don't believe she said that. I believe she said that it's available. not that it was set up. And as we learned in the members only live stream about psychopathy and sociopathy, that why psychotherapy is not effective for them, and they usually will not continue with it. They don't, unless they seek it out for another reason that's unrelated to that, that's bothering them, not even necessarily bothering them, but more that they would have a consequence in life that is caused by their behavior. So they might go to therapy if I'm going to lose my job if I don't fix this problem. But they typically don't do well in psychotherapy. So I don't think she'll be continuing. She went to one session, and that's typically an intake session where you get it all out. Like, here's my background. Here's my history. You don't even really get into the nitty gritty until sessions 2 and 3. So, basically they just validated, yeah, we can see why you miss Kuwait. Yeah, you should go where you feel at home. The end. That was it, I think. Yeah, definitely hit the like button, Nesties. You don't completely hate that song, Aldrich? Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just the vocalist, I think. Yeah, it's just business, baby. They pay me for the dirty talk and the foot picture. Ugh. He had ingrown toenails. I can't imagine that anyone would be paying for those pictures. The first session I just went, here's my resume. I don't have a single F to give, and it showed. My therapist was a bit taken back. Oh, why did you go, Teancita? Were you forced to go? Teancita, I added Buenos Aires to the weather. So go ahead and I think it's !Buenos. And you should get your local weather. So, and for everyone else, exclamation weather, and you don't have to be a member to use this. We'll bring up a list of cities that you can get your local current weather for. Yeah, so it's exclamation buenos. Let's see if it works. I haven't tested it yet, actually. Weather for Toronto, weather for Buenos Aires. So conditions are light drizzle, temperature of 68 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 Celsius. The wind is blowing from the east-southeast at 6 miles per hour, 10 kilometers per hour, and the current humidity is 91%. Whew. Hot, hot, hot. And, well, not hot, 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 but humid, humid, humid. Oh, that's a lot of humidity. Hey, Bougie, how's it going? Yeah. What's not working, Chow Mein? What city are you trying to get? Oh, hell? Yeah, that's not on there. Sorry. Yeah. I don't know what temperature it is there. There's different levels, so I'm sure it gets hotter as you go on. Hey, Fatty to Fed. Honestly, a good way to start shrinking your stomach is doing a fast. Yes. Then proceed to more frequent, much smaller meals. Unfortunately, just she doesn't have the discipline for any kind of change. True. 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 You mean, yeah, that is the best way. Yep. True. Hey, Jen Wall. Wa alaikum salam. It's not random that I have Eindhoven on there. Cool Channel 123. No, that's for a Nesty. That is for a Nesty. They requested it. So it's there. Even when forced, patients don't get any benefit from the sessions because they never get past the acceptance phase. They just play along and mask until their requirement is over. Yeah. Sounds about right. That sounds about right. And who's coming in to the nest? The Muse. The Muse. Hi. Hi, The Muse. How are you? Has she posted anything since this weird mukbang? Oh, let's go take a look. Let's see. Well, I should have my notifications. I don't believe so. I don't have a notification. But I can double check. You never know. So it's got to be a city that's on that list. It's not, and it has to be a city. So it's got to be on that list because I add them individually. So if you do want a particular city added and you are in the nest pretty often, just let me know and I can add it. It's no problem. All right. So no new video. And did I completely miss cheesy beefy pasta bake and show and tell live? It was a whole day ago, so you guys probably did not miss it. And I actually have a meeting in a little bit, so I wouldn't be able to do that anyway. Need to get some lunch going, have therapy at 3. Okay, sounds good to Hansita. Enjoy it, if you can. Hey, Z the Possum. First time you catch a live, Euro time zones and live streams don't really mix. I know. I have my own schedule going on over here. You know, I got a lot going on myself, so I get it. Giving you a hard time about my small town. Oh, hell no. Where are you from? Well, don't tell me that, but like, what city do you want added? Porham, Oklahoma. Yeah, no. So, yeah, I mean, I think we do have another Nesty in Oklahoma, so we could do like a major city that's close to both of you. We could do that. We could. 3 o'clock therapy buddies. Nice. You watch all the time, you're just not always in the chat, Bougie? Okay, yeah. You'd have to be in the chat to get the weather, though. So, hope spring arrives and stays soon. Yes. Spring is mostly here where I live, but we are going to have still some freezes overnight, so can't plant anything yet. Not that I necessarily would. Not really kind of like a garden type of person. I mean, sometimes I wish I was, but I just have other things to do. So I guess that's all that I have for you today, Nest. Thank you so much for joining me as always. Thank you everybody for the gifted memberships. Thank you for becoming a member. All the members, be sure to check out the Psychopathy in Goro World live stream from Saturday. Definitely. I think everyone pretty much enjoyed that. Thank you, Doohickey. And everybody have a wonderful rest of your day. And we'll talk soon, I'm sure. Oh, Kathy. Oh, she snuck right in there. Kathy Lure, welcome to Owlette. Hey, welcome, Kathy. Yeah. Snuck right in there. Everybody, please like the stream on your way out. It helps. It's a free way to help the nest to grow, and I really appreciate that. Okay, everyone, have a great rest of your day, and we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Alright guys, see you soon and goodbye.